Welcome back, seedlings, to another day in the Vale. Today, we got 2 brass for doing that. We got 21 brass in total. Uncle Bill says there's a new letter in the mailbox. I was quite the fisherman back in the day, and my specialty was offals tinge. Tricky little buggers, let me tell you. Of course, there were more of them around back then. Maybe I caught too many. Ha ha ha. Goodbye. Alright. So let's go see what our new letter is in the mailbox. Letter from Ash. I have a request of your company in Cuckoo Wood for an exciting adventure. And will be there every day from dawn till dusk until I have cracked the most enticing of enigmas. Yours sincerely, Ash Brown. Well, it's not Ash Ketchum, which would be much more exciting. Alright, let's give our pig an apple. We'll give him a 2-star apple because he is a pig after all. Now we need to good store help. 9 a.m. on day 11 and speak to Ichabod Moon. Set that away. And we don't have a dandelion, but we can go here and pick one. And we know where we need to be. Search the world. We need to speak to Ichabod. Right, we have that. Speak to a good store in Candlewich Village on 9 a.m. Maybe it's because he's not there yet. We just have to get to Candlewich Village by 9 a.m. I think even we can do that in our little pokey little pace. Moving along. While we're traveling, I normally put this at the very end of the video because I don't like to bother people. But if you have been watching, if you can just hit like or comment on some of these videos. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. But a little bit of a comment or a little bit of a like does help with algorithm. So we need to be at the village. Almost there. It looks like we still got some time to look around while we're here. Everybody's just now waking up. Is there anybody we haven't been? Alright, who's this? Jeremy Smith. How's it going? What's happening? What's happening is that I have an urge for some fish, specifically wheat skimmer. Could you help me satisfy my craving? Accept. Thank you muchly. I think we already have a wheat skimmer, don't we? Grab your rod. Yep, we have a wheat skimmer. That turned out to be quite beneficial. Thanks, just what I asked for. We got 5 brass, but we did not get any friendship points, it seems. Ichabod is not here yet, so whose shop was Ichabod, by the way? Let's check. Good store in Candlewich Village. So let's look at our map, which is here. And then date spots, obviously not. So the good store is probably the one that's directly south of us. Alright, so let's go, mostly to the south of us. There's Facebook, where people can make their posts. And here he is. Alright. Gift task. Alright, we don't have any of that stuff for him yet. Talk. Ah, thank you for coming. All you have to do for now is just serve any customers that come in. Just interact when they are standing at the counter. If they want to barter, please try to land your arrow in the green section. Usually a shop owner can change stock and set prices, etc. But please just serve anyone that comes in for now. I will return at 1 p.m. I am very well, filled with water. What's happening? Nothing is going on. It's as quiet as a mouse in slippers. See you later. Okay, so he's leaving. So as far as I know, I just have to hang out here and serve anybody that comes to the counter between now and 1 p.m. Alright, so here's somebody coming in right now. Do I have to go up to her, or do I have to wait till she comes to the counter? Alright, here she comes. Oh, she wants that. She's coming to the counter. Alright, so do I just wait for her to get here? Alright, introduce myself. Hello, Duck Egg. I wouldn't hang around our farm if I were you. My Wurzel's got a thing about trespassers. He's also got a thing about passerby, ramblers, hikers, visitors, and well-wishers. Other than that, he's a lovely bloke, honest. Alright, what's happening? I would love to sample your cooking. Do you think you can make me something? I suppose you want thanking. Alright, goodbye, I suppose. Alright, so I don't understand. So she came to the... So that person came to the counter. What does she want anyway? Can cook, will cook. Cooked fish meal. Betty's Crumpy just wants something. Alright, he wants this. So when he comes here, how do I interact with him? There, interact. Oops, missed. Alright, so that's how that goes. Unhappy. Did I charge him too much or what? Let's see who comes in next. So Betty's Crumpy just wants anything. I can just make anything for her, and I got plenty of jam that I can give her. Alright, looks like Jesus is coming in, or Good King Wenceslas. Can tell, can smell it from here. So now we have a better idea of what we're going on here. Looks like he bought some sort of candy, like what we bought for Uncle Bill. Interact. Alright, so he didn't want to haggle. Okay, so I guess only some customers want to haggle. Okay. Alright, some customers are like me. Hey, you know, I'll buy it. I don't care. You know, I guess maybe people I'll haggle over the more expensive items. Is somebody going to come in and buy the dog? Are we going to have any shoplifters that I'm going to have to give the boot to? Will I have to get out my clubbing stick and start clubbing some shoplifters? Hasn't this person already been in here? They going to buy the dog? What are they going to buy? Looks like they're just hanging out. I don't like them just wandering around the store like this. Better buy this. Here she comes. Interact. Missed it. By that much. Rubbish. Now, did she buy it or not? Alright, so that was a very quick... I wonder if we can get some skills later on that'll allow us to... Alright, so... Missed. Alright, I am terrible at this. Farewell. That was spinning very fast. I wonder if we can get some skills later that will slow down the haggle wheel. Kind of reminds me of, did you ever play an old game on the PlayStation called Shadow Hearts? The combat system was like that. You had a fate wheel or a destiny wheel or something like that. And when you would make an attack, you could influence your attack by having to stop the counter in green areas. And sometimes you would have to do it 2 or 3 times to get really good, depending on what skill you were using. Very good. The Shadow Hearts game had some very interesting storylines. In fact, I'm just going to quit now and go play them. Alright, so this one's easy. Alright, so good. So we got an extra 1 for that one. Alright, so she wants to haggle. Alright, so we got +4 for that one. Bad Boggle review incoming. Hey! It wasn't my fault. She wanted to haggle, I haggled. I can't help it if I win. I don't understand. Even when I lose, they were upset. I don't know what's going on. And is this the owner? Ichabod Moon. Thank you for that. I hope it all went well. Here's 15 brass for your troubles. You should try owning a store one day. It's so much fun to keep an eye on stock and be flexible to the demands of your patrons. It's also a great way to earn reputation. Alright, so I completed that task. And I'm up to 41. Is there any of these things that I need? A Druida effigy? A Rose of Romance? A slingshot? Hey! The weapon of choice for menaces everywhere. As in Dennis the Menace, I presume. Don't want a ball or a tin bucket or a glass jar or a Druida effigy at the moment. Anything up here? New? No, nothing new. So Ace, alright, so who was that other dude who wanted to meet us? Ash Brown's Enigma. Meet him in Cuckoo Wood. Setting the that away. We head on up here. It's only 1 o'clock. We should be able to get to Cuckoo Wood and meet him. Don't need to go to the apothecary just yet. Do we know this guy? No, we don't. Let's introduce ourselves. Isaiah Green. Oh, repent, you sinner. And if you think you haven't committed any sins, well, that's a sin right there. Pray for forgiveness from the goddesses. They're watching us all. How are you? I am full of love for our fair goddesses. What's happening? I am going to the store to find gifts for our beloved goddesses. So imagine the Druida effigy would probably be a really good gift for him. He just seems like that type of person. Don't you think? Cuckoo Wood should be north. Cross yon bridge. Down this path. Follow the shiny glittery arrow. I just had a flash. Ash Brown. Oh, great to see you. I'm so glad you came. I discovered a passage in a nature book about a butterfly called the silver slipper. The legend says that if you throw a pear into the glowing pool by the face tree before 6 p.m., then it will appear. This is when you must use your jar and capture it. Sadly, I do not know exactly where this tree is, so if you look to the east side of Cuckoo Wood, that would be helpful. I shall be here if you need me. Here is a jar. Good luck. Glass jar. Don't leave it by the door. Let's go ahead and equip this glass jar. Where is it? I don't see a glass jar. Maybe just as a quest item it doesn't have to be equipped. I don't know. Left trigger, right, left trigger. Alright, there it is. Containers. Glass jar. Equip it. Alright, so now he said look to the east side. We have to find the face tree. Remember, we talked about the face tree in an earlier episode when I compared it to one of the Godswood trees or whatever in, you know, that one game. I mean, that one thing. Alright, he wants us to look in the... He said to look at the east side. But this is the west side. West side! Let's just look around and see if we can find any trees with faces on them. First of all, we got a little bit of a time before 6 p.m. Alright, so we're in the correct region. Maybe there's another east side up here. Alright, there's that. But I don't see a pond. Do you see a pond? I do not see a pond. There's a pond over there. But throw a pear in the pond. Alright, here's another pond. Alright, so let's... Alright, so we need to... Alright, stop that. Alright, so let's... Alright, throwables. We have a pear, right? Alright, so throw... Alright, so we threw a pear into the pond. Does anybody see a butterfly appearing anywhere? Does anybody see a butterfly? Just the wrong pond. Anybody see a pond, a butterfly? We're running out of time. Let's throw one more pear. Yeah. Whoops. Alright. Darn it. There's that. Throw. There's the pear thrown into the pond. I'm guessing it's the wrong pond. He said before 6 p.m., right? Let's see if there's any more hints. Throw a pear into the glowing pool by the face tree. Alright, there's the face tree. Right, that's the face tree, isn't it? I don't see a glowing pool over here. It must be the wrong face tree. That's not a glowing pool. I guess we're gonna have to come back on a different day, I'm guessing. Alright, here's another face tree. Does that look like a face to you? But I don't see a glowing pool by it. There's the cats. How many face trees could there be? I mean, obviously there could be many. Alright, that's not a face tree. Does it only start glowing after a certain amount of time? Maybe at a certain time of the day it's glowing? Alright, we saw two face trees. Why don't we just throw away all my pears? Actually, I don't give a crud. They're pears. Nobody likes pears. Nobody. Is this a glowing pool? That's not glowing if you ask me, because there's another pool right there and that's not glowing. Nothing over here. This is a bigger zone than I realized. That's not a face tree. That's just a tree with some carvings on it. There's a hinge. Or part of a hinge anyway. Over here. Is this the face tree? Does that look like a face to you? Ah, look. Jar. Contain. There we go. Look. Look at what we did. This is like something that a pro gamer does on the first time. So now we just have to find our way back to this Ash, this non-Ash Ketchum dude. And he was right around the beginning of the zone. Alright, so there's the hinge. Go around back over this way. So the face tree looked like a face from the side. It didn't look like, you know, there's monuments to our failure floating in that one. I don't care. It's a pear. I'll throw pears in that lake until it's full. I don't give a... Anyway, let's find Ash. Where'd he go? He was like waiting for us right at the beginning of the zone when we first came in, and now he's just disappeared. He probably went home and went to bed like a normal person. Is this Ash? No, that's John Bowes. How are you? Goodbye. So where did Ash go? You know, he said he was going to be waiting for us, and then he just disappears. Now let's see if there's something in the return to Ash with your discovery. So he should just still be in the same place, right? I mean, as soon as we walked into the zone, how many different, alright, so Candlewich West is where we came from. We need to head south. We came in from Candlewich West, right? Yeah. We came in from Candlewich West, and he was just like hanging out around this area. Like right down in here. Maybe we have to come back tomorrow and give it to him. Or where does Ash Bowes live? Do we know? Or is that his real name, Ash Bowes? Sounds kind of crazy if you ask me. Alright, so that's not him. Alright, Lucy, or John Bowes. Where is he? Surely we can sort these at some point. He's not even on here. John Bowes. There's not even an Ash. Ash does not exist. There is no Ash. Perhaps that... Oops. I equipped my... You live in here? No, this is just an empty house. Now we wander around looking for this dude who's decided to run off. Said he was going to be waiting for us. Well, maybe I will just steal and keep this for myself. Maybe he'd like that. How would you like that, Mr. Ash? Alright, there's the not so crazy cat lady. I'm not going to call her crazy just because she likes cats. Let's see if there's any homes. Alright, there's no homes. There's locations. There's date spots. We came in from Candlewich West. Alright, so I'm going to fall asleep soon and wake up, and then I guess we're just going to have to finish this anyway tomorrow. But at least we have the silver slipper. Then we can come back at our normal time tomorrow. I think he said anytime before 6 a.m., right? Meet Ash Brown and Cuckoo Wood, find and capture the silver slipper. Alright, so if we use this, I'm in the correct region for this task. So Ash should be here somewhere. I'm going to throw this butterfly in his face when I see him. He owes me 3 pears. Not to mention the time, we're just wandering around. Hey, I'll wait for you right here. Go catch my butterfly that I really want for some reason. And now he's just gone. Now I pass out in the woods. Now how about that for friendship? Alright, another day has passed, which means it's time for us to end this episode, my friends. I know it's only 20 minutes long, but if you want to see what happens on the next day, well, just keep watching. Next episode will be up very shortly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us on our adventures catching butterflies and managing a shop. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great week.